Good afternoon, you handsome lot. On the left-hand side of me, believe it or not, I've got one of my subscribers who's travelled all the way from Manchester this morning. We'll get onto this car in a little bit of a minute. And he's been meaning to pop and see me for about 3 weeks. And his name is Barry. Another Barry on the channel. How you doing, Barry?
All good, all good.
Good, good. Anyway, he went to a little bit of a shop. In
Living St Anne's it was.
in St Anne's. And he sort of seen a little bit of a present. Before we go on to that little bit of a gift present that he's brought down for me, you've probably noticed that some of the greenery has gone while I've been busy and not making videos. We've had a little bit of a tidy up. But anyway, you wait till you see this. You know how I always go on at the end of my videos when I've done an engine job or a timing belt started up and I say, doesn't that sound like a little Singer sewing machine? Well, look at this. Look at that. I couldn't have wanted anything better than that, if that makes sense. I'm well happy with that. Now, they are bookends and he bought them for so I could put my Haynes manuals in between it. But unfortunately, everything now is digital. We're not going to use them as bookends. We're going to keep them together. We're going to make a little slot for it there in my new toolbox. Look at that. Perfect, isn't it? You know what? On a Monday morning, I think that has made my week. Nothing's going to top that. Somebody could come here with £2 million, and would I be happy? I probably wouldn't.
No.
But I can't thank you enough for bringing
No
that down to
problem.
me. That means
My pleasure. I love
so
your channel.
much.
Yeah.
Something so little means so much. But anyway, thank you, Barry, for coming along. And we'll get your cars booked in. What are we doing for you?
2 wet belts, would you believe?
2 wet belts. Ugh.
That's why I brought the present, to soften the blow.
Soften the blow. Soften the blow. Anyway, enough of that for now. I'm well happy, overwhelmed by it. Let's get on to this. Focus, it's a Ford. Right, let's get back down to this Ford Focus. I think it's a 62 plate, 2012, 13, something like that. Anyway, it has been on the channel before, and this car's come all the way from Derbyshire, I think. I'm not sure. I did the timing belt on it because the water pump was leaking and you've got to take a timing belt off to do it. Anyway, that was another story, and the video is on my YouTube somewhere if you're going to have a little look. Now, he has got a little bit of a water leak, which I have fixed. I have rectified already. Just a clamp there. It wasn't the spring one, they'd gone weak. But anyway, that is rectified, coolant topped up, and there was also a little bit of a water leak down there on a pipe. You can't see it, which I have rectified. Now, when I did the timing belt on this car, he asked me if I could have a little look at a creak. Only when he's going slow over like a speed bump or something. And he'd been to, I don't like saying it, but he'd been to a dealer's, and they kind of said to him, because the car is looked after by the dealers, and they're like, you're needing a brand new steering rack. When I was doing the water pump on it, he was like, Baz, he said, is there any chance you can have a little look at this creaking for me? So I said, yeah, no problem at all. Anyway, the wheels were dangling in the air, and as you do, you give everything a bit of a twist and a poke and a jiggery pokery. And I found, now this is probably going to be hard for me to show you the creak. Now, when I get Steve now to bounce up and down on the wing, if I put my microphone in there, can you hear that? And that is being amplified through the vehicle. Now, before we take this vehicle fully up in the air, make sure that we've got the lock and wheel nut, because the last thing you want to do is take it up, go to get the wheel off, where's the lock and wheel nut, got to drop it back down again. Vehicle is now fully raised and we've removed the driver's side front wheel. Now, some of you might guess on what it is, and some of you might not even have a clue. But I'm going to show you. Let me just get my torch. Right. Yeah, that'll do. Faffing about. And it is a headlamp level sensor. The little ball joints on it. They have gone dry, and I don't know if you can see. That top one is just making a little bit of a creaking noise where it's gone dry. But, plot twist. Now, I don't like doing this for this reason, to customer has got his own parts. And unfortunately, it's wrong. And the reason why it's wrong is because as he's bought it, he's got a headlamp level sensor. They've sold him a rear one. But the rear one seems to be okay. And the problem is, we need a front one. And yes, there is a little bit of a difference. If you can see, the arms are different and brackets are completely different. So what we're going to have to try and do, now these are about 250 quid. And I can't get one until tomorrow, and I need this off my ramp today, in the next couple of hours, because I am extremely busy. So what we're going to try and do, try and fix it. Now this might work, or it might not work, but we're going to give it a try anyway. Just going to try and pop the bottom ball joint off. Ooh, there we go. That one's come off. Yeah, see? That top one now is kind of sticking. It's pretty bad, that is. Anyway. It's not the ball joints. I thought it was the ball joints, but it's not. Ball joints nice and free. It's actually the sensor itself. If I can get any closer, you know, you're not going to hear it. You're not going to hear it. You've already heard it creaking. Now, I can't get one till tomorrow. And I have rung my local breakers yard, and they haven't got one, because I thought, well, if I can get it, pop down there, buzz it off, swap it over, everybody's happy. But they haven't got one, because these cars are only fitted with level sensors if they've got xenon headlights, which this has got xenon headlights. Save a lot of faffing about. I'm going to have to order one from the dealers, which is going to come tomorrow. But for now, we're going to get that off the chassis. Now, it is held on with 2 little rivets, so we are going to have to get a bit of a drill and drill them out. Right, now let's get this level sensor off, and what we're going to be using is a pickler drill. That is an unreal drill, that is. Now, I do like pneumatic. I think it's a little bit more controllable than... I think personally you can control it a little bit better. Get a little chisel now. And just tap the heads off. And that is off a little bit. Like that, you can see. Hang on. Sensor is now removed. Now we need to get that little bracket off the bottom arm. Tell you what, I do like that little boxer ratchet. Little quarter ratchet. Okay. A little 8mm. I don't know why they didn't put 2 bolts here rather than rivets. I don't know. That car now is up. Well, it's coming off the ramp. I've put the wheel on. And the reason why I've taken it off now is because it takes me 5 minutes today, can save me 10 minutes tomorrow, if that makes sense. But anyway, until tomorrow. Well, we are back at it this morning. It is Tuesday. Well, it's just gone 8:25. And I have already been to Furrows this morning in Oswestry, and we have got the brand new level sensor for the front. We're just gonna get opened up now and get everything switched on, and then get the car back on the ramp. I tell you what I was watching over the weekend. You know Queen, like Freddie Mercury. I watched that Bohemian Rhapsody. And I tell you what, I'd have done absolutely anything to go and see him or watch that Live Aid concert that they did. The atmosphere there must have been absolutely electric. Did anybody that's watching me, did they go to that concert? So I'd like to know what it was actually like to be there. Anyway, let's plod on. Now with the vehicle back on the ramp, wheel off, let's get this level sensor back on. Now we do need to put it on with some rivets. Now we don't normally, well I don't personally, use a lot of rivets because it's not the sort of thing that I do, but I have got a tiny selection of them. Now I'm hoping the ones that I've got are going to do the job, and if they don't, well, it is no drama. I can quite easily use a nut and a bolt through the chassis leg, but I think that these rivets are going to... No, they're not going to do the job, so we're going to have to use a little 10mm nut and bolt, I think. Right, well, we are going to be using a little nut and a bolt. It's going to probably hold it stronger than a rivet anyway. Anyway, let's get these tightened up. That is now bolted nice and tight to the chassis. Let's get the bracket bolted to the lower suspension arm, a little 8mm. How is everybody anyway? Are we all good? I tell you what, it's one of them weeks this week. I've got, I think I've got 5 or 6 timing belt jobs booked in. I think I've got 3 cars coming in today for air conditioning and a Volkswagen Tiguan coming in tomorrow for an AC job. Apparently it's been to its local fast fit centre and they topped it up and it leaked, so they went back and it leaked again, and apparently they told the customer that sometimes on the 3rd go of gassing it up it'll seal. So he's kind of come to me to sort it out. So we're going to have a little look and see where that's leaking from, but that might be another video, I'm not sure. Right, that level sensor is put back on, everything is now nice and secure. Let's get this wheel on this car off the ramp. Right, now because I've had the level sensor off and I've had the ignition on, it's put a fault in and I have raised it. If you just flip it around. Now we are using the new launch Euro. We're going to headlamp control module. Let's just show you. No DTCs. We go back now, read the data stream, height, front and rear. We click OK. I'll put it into a bit of a graph for you so you can see it. Now if I rock the car, you should see both these lines wiggling. And that is working absolutely perfect. Right, now with that car running, what we're going to do is just flick the lights on and make sure that they're not pointing in the sky. Now obviously, because I have been messing about with headlamp level and sensors and stuff like that, I am going to just check the beam setting on it, obviously in the MOT bay, and make sure them headlamps are at the correct height. They should be, but because we haven't adjusted anything, but we're going to check them anyway. But to me, job was a good one. And just with a little bit of magic, that focus is now all complete. We've got no creaks and everything is as it should be. Now I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have made it this far already, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll tell you what, it's been a bit of a different video really, innit? I had a nice little treat yesterday morning, a gift off that subscriber, Barry White his name was, not the singer. So thank you very much, Barry, for dropping that off for me. And this can go back now to whatever it's come from. I'm happy with it. I'm sure the customer's going to be happy with it. And if you have made it this far in the video, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. And I will definitely see you on the next video. Let's get it sent.